What we do here is go back.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ivy here, and today I'm going to be showing you my offensive threat build in 2K20. I know y'all are sitting at home bored during quarantine, and it's that time where you're tired of your build, so why not make a new one? So I made this build at the drop of 2K20, and I took a huge break from 2K because obviously I wasn't enjoying the game. You know, later on I started playing 2K again a bit over a month ago, and I realized that this is a really good build and I want to show you guys how to make it. So currently I'm at 96 right now, and these are my stats. Some main things to look at is that at 99 I'd have a 95 ball handle, and at 99 I'd have a 93 three-pointer and mid-range, and these are really high stats. And with physicals, again, my current ones on the screen are at 96, but at 99 I have 97 speed, which is amazing to get for a point guard, 99 acceleration, 55 strength, 79 vertical, and 99 stamina. These are very good physicals for a point guard. So yeah, forgot to mention it, but these are the physicals are with the drills, so it's just plus whatever you get on the drills. So we want to go with the point guard position. Hand can be any choice you want. I personally like a right hand, jersey number, whatever you want. So with the pie chart, we want to go with playmaking and shooting, which is this one. And essentially, my choice was to make something that resembles the NBA 2K19 Play Sharp or the Playmaking Shot Creator. And you can see later that I kind of make a combination of both of them. So essentially, with the physical profile, we want to go with something that's fast. You know, with point guards, the main thing is fast. And as you can see, the first one is kind of the best one because we want our speed to be the best. That way, when we come out of these crossovers, we can score and have as much separation as possible. So, in terms of the attributes, close shot, you gotta max that out. This is really important because essentially, anything related to the paint or kind of near the hoop is considered a close shot. You want to max that out. Driving layup, I put to 75. Later on, I'll explain why, you know, these numbers are the way they are, because I like to say, like, I fine-tune my builds. These ones you don't need to touch. You know, as a point guard, you're not going to do a standing dunk unless you're like completely wide open, and you're not going to be doing any post hooks. Shooting has to be maxed out because we want the most badges that we can get. It sucks because I wish that, you know, you didn't have to have your post fade at a max, but then it's just the way 2K did it. And playmaking as well, you know, we want everything to be as high as possible. But what I did was, as I said earlier, with the whole idea of fine-tuning, so I want to make a build that can do both play offense and play defense. So if defense isn't really your passion, you could max this out, but for the sole purposes of how I like my build, I kept this at 67, and then interior defense, I left it as is. This one I put to 73. This one I maxed this out. Steal, I maxed that out. And then essentially this is kind of how I have my build. It's pretty balanced out. I really like a build that can play defense and can shoot and dribble the ball. Body shape doesn't really matter. I'm a bit defined. Height, I kept it at 6'3". The difference with this 2K is in 2K19 it was all about height. You know, you wanted to have a very tall guy, but in this one it's more about, you know, attributes. So I kept it at 6'3". This way you're not too big and you're not too small, and I have had any problems, you know, because if you go smaller, yes, that increases all your attributes, but let's say if you have to guard a two-way slashing playmaker, if you're 6 feet, that guy's gonna destroy you. But it's what, 6'3", you know, all the shooting, the finishing, the defense, that all stay the same, and then you're able to play defense and guard these guys. Weight, I personally went with lowest because this way your acceleration goes up a lot and your vertical goes up. Apparently vertical doesn't mean anything this 2K, so at the time, you know, when I first made this build, I thought that would help, but essentially the main thing is you want that acceleration to go up as well as your lateral quickness. Wingspan, because we're a shooter, we want to put that at the lowest we can, and by doing that, you see 91 ball handle, 88 and 88 shooting, which is awesome. Your strength goes up, and the main thing is keeping that 90 speed. For the takeover, I went with the shot creator takeover. I mean, this is all completely a preference. If you could ask me what to do now, because I go no meter and it's kind of hard to time the fades, so me personally now I'd say spot up shooter. It's probably easier, but I went with shot creator because I really wanted to build a play shot, but the way it's fine-tuned, it's built as an offensive threat. So in terms of badges, so for finishing, I personally went with Silver Giant Slayer. You know, as an offensive threat point guard, you know, you're not really going to be getting like dunks that much, but there are a few times I did dunk on people, but I didn't clip it at the time knowing that, you know, I was going to make this kind of video. So I go with Giant Slayer. This badge helped me out a lot making layups on like big centers. Again, badges are really all your preference, so you can really do whatever you want, but with what I did, I went with Silver Giant Slayer. Shooting, this is how I did my layout. Unfortunately, I really wish you could get more shooting badges because I'd love to max this out, but this is how I have it. Catch and shoot. So you have an 89 or 93 max 3, so catch and shoot being a Hall of Fame isn't really gonna help you that much because it's mainly for the lockdowns, those non-shooting builds. They need the Hall of Fame catch and shoot. You don't. So I keep my catch and shoot silver, gold sometimes. Clutch shooter, I love this badge. Bronze, silver max. This badge is really helpful. Corner specialist, again, bronze, silver max. In this game, for some reason, any contest just makes your guy freak out and you miss every shot. So I personally don't have Deadeye, but again, it's all personal preference. Difficult shots, Hall of Fame, because like I said earlier, I really wanted to make a play shot. So being able to make those off the dribble shots is awesome. Flexible release, useless badge. Don't bother putting it. It really only ever shows up if you half bar a mid range. So honestly, don't use this. Green machine. If you're confident in your greens, put this badge up. Why I put it at gold, not Hall of Fame, is because again, with less badges, it's hard to, you know, put it up. But so adding on with Green Machine, I have it at gold because again, you know, there's gonna be games where you're gonna have off games, so having it at Hall of Fame is kind of at in a sense a disadvantage because you could have had that one extra badge upgrade for something else. Hot start, me personally, like I don't have it, but I'd put that at bronze if you like. Hot Shot Hunter, easily Hall of Fame. I have a lot of hot spots on the 3-point line mid-range, and this badge is awesome. Rain Extender, if you have to pick out of any of these badges to put Hall of Fame, this is the badge that you should put. Really awesome badge. quick draw, unfortunately, I don't get why in this 2K they made your jump shot speed be out to a badge. Again, it doesn't make sense. But how I put it as at silver, one thing I see a lot of new players do is they keep messing with their quick draw because they don't because they keep missing their shots. Me personally, this is a very slow, not really slow, but people think that silver is slow, but I green maybe 99% of my shots with this 1% miss, which is usually user error. But so don't go Hall of Fame quick draw just because your favorite YouTuber does it. You know, pick something that you personally can do, and I like silver. Volume shooter, again, I put this at bronze because there isn't really much else to put. You know, these are all really good badges, but the way I play with my group, I felt that volume shooter is the badge to put for me because I'm going to be taking most of the shots, so might as well have that slight boost. This badge, steady shooter, useless, take it off. It's kind of a bait. It says it reduces the penalties for contested shots and bonuses for open shots. Like at first when I read that, I was like, oh, it's gonna, you know, give you bonuses for open shots. Nah. This makes you lose open shot bonuses. Because it doesn't make sense. Why would you put steady shooter if you can just get Deadeye? So I don't know what 2K was thinking. With playmaking, I have my badges like this. Again, I play with a set group of 3, so my badges are meant to play with those groups, which is why I have Hall of Fame, Dimer, and Floor General. If I could switch it up, if I was playing by myself, I would kind of have an Ankle Breaker at Gold, maybe Hall of Fame. I put Bailout instead of Floor General. I had that at Gold, and then maybe Bailout Silver. Bailout's a really clutch badge, but again, you can do whatever you want with this one badge. Needle Threader is really good as well. So if I was playing, you know, without a group of 3 by myself, I'd have it like this. You know, handles for days is really needed, you know, especially with as an offensive threat point guard. You're going to be dribbling a lot, so you need, you know, the least energy reduced as possible. I don't have this badge at all, and if you see my boy, I'll leave his link in the description, his mixtape. I didn't have Lob City Passer at all, and I still was able to throw some perfect lobs. So this badge, honestly, not really needed. Floor General is awesome because for every tier it is, it's +1 to every single one of your teammates' attributes. So let's say if your teammate has a 73, if you put that Hall of Fame, it goes up to 74. It doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, you can see the differences in game. This badge, again, if you could pick one to put Hall of Fame, this is probably the one to put to Hall of Fame. If you're deciding between, this badge is just awesome, especially, you know, getting out of quick first steps, out of these triple threat size ups. If you're able to, you know, get out of that, you can hit these uncontested shots. Space Creator I love because I do a lot of step backs and a lot of spin moves, so if I'm able to get space, I can hit those shots. Because as I said before, you know, this game is really open shots. You know, if you're contested, it's literally in the hands of 2K. For some reason, a 1% contest just makes life or death decisions in the 2K code. Unpluckable. This badge, I really don't get it. I had it at Hall of Fame. I got ripped sometimes. I had it at bronze, barely got ripped. So I put it at silver as like a medium. Again, this is all preference. So, you know, choose how you want to choose it. But because I was getting ripped at a Hall of Fame, I thought I might as well just put the two upgrades towards something else. And with defensing and rebounding, I went with this. I really, as offensive threat, you know, I went with Silver Clamps and Intimidator. It's kind of hard because with 3 badges what to choose. I think these are the 2 best to pick. You can pick whatever you want, you know, you can go Silver Intimidator or Silver Clamps. Originally, I had it like this, where it was Bronze Pick Dodger, Bronze Intimidator, Bronze Clamps. But again, with this way this game is, Pick Dodger is useless because I'm still getting destroyed by screens. So I went like this. And Intimidator is honestly fine at bronze because we're not going to be guarding centers, and the contest we're going to be getting is a contest for a 3-point shot. So you don't really need that high enough. So yeah, essentially these are how I have my badges set.